The collapse of Carillion is devastating for its workers, but their pensions will be safeguarded by the official lifeboat scheme. How does Pension Protection Fund work, and what will its current staff and pensioners get now the building and services contractor has gone into liquidation? What will happen to Carillion pension savers? Some of Carillion's workforce belong to a modern auto-enrolment defined contribution pension plan run by BlackRock. These staff save into individual pension pots wholly owned by them, which won't be affected by the firm's demise. However, a further 28,000 people belong to Carillion's 14 final salary pension schemes, some 12,000 of whom are understood to have already retired. It is not yet clear if some of these schemes are attached to parts of the company which will survive the liquidation, or if all will eventually pass into the Pension Protection Fund. This is an automatic process when firms go bust, so savers don't have to do anything. Final salary pensions, which are typically the most generous around, are meant to provide a guaranteed income until you die. Former Carillion members who have already officially retired will receive 100% of what they were due, and the PPF will continue to issue their payments as normal. Staff who retired early or are still working will get 90% of what they were due, subject to an annual cap. This cap is set by the government and is currently £38,505.61 for people aged 65, or £34,655.05 after the 90% level is applied. The cap is lower if you retired early because you will receive a pension for longer. A full list of annual caps for people who stopped work at different ages from 65 can be found here. Last April, a long service cap was introduced for people with 21 or more years of service in their schemes. In such cases, the cap is increased by 3% for each full year of pensionable service above 20 years, up to double the standard cap. What about inflation, death benefits and tax-free lump sums? The PPF will increase your payouts in line with inflation, up to a maximum of 2.5% each year, but only on the pension savings you built up since 5 April 1997. Any payouts related to savings from before that cutoff date will not be increased. This is because the government changed the law in 1997, so pension schemes had to give members minimum inflation protection. Compensation is still paid to your family after your death. Payouts will be made to children under 18, or to those under 23 if they are disabled or still in full-time education. The PPF also pays compensation to your spouse, civil partner or other relevant partner, but circumstances will differ depending on the rules of your old employer's pension scheme. People in the PPF can take early retirement if they wish. They can also take a tax-free cash lump sum, and in some cases these might be calculated more generously than in your old scheme. We want to reassure members of Carillion's defined benefit pension schemes that their benefits continue to be protected by the PPF and will continue to be protected if or when their scheme enters the PPF assessment period.